Okay, 1999 Miata. I know this is not an old rusty car, but this is my son's car. I wish I would have taken a video of it running before we tore into it, but I didn't. It's a manual, it's a 1.8 liter, 99, I mentioned that. We've been working on it. Interior's looking pretty good these days. And we've had a problem with losing power, and it's progressively getting worse. So, and that's when you're accelerating. It'll set here in idle, but you can hear a little bump in it. And you'll notice something's missing here already, if you're a Miata person, if you look at the ignition aspect of it. We went over everything. We pulled the plugs, we tested the plugs, we checked the plug wires. We haven't cleaned the map center. We cleaned the TPS. We cleaned the TPS down here. We cleaned the throttle body, which is all down. That's the throttle body. The TPS is on the side. You have to take the throttle body off to get the TPS off. There is a booster over here that causes people some problems. We haven't messed with that yet. And we also have not cleaned the map sensor yet. But you'll notice back here, all these plug wires are just hanging around, don't go anywhere. That's because we have the coil pack off. And that's what we're going to talk about here a little bit, because we're 90+% sure that the problem is with the coil pack. Let's go over to the workbench. Okay, we're going to talk coils here for a minute. I am not an expert on ignition systems and electronics, but I am quickly learning. So how do you ohm a coil to make sure that it's functioning properly? I'm going to take this is a very simple coil off an older vehicle. It's off a 68 Chrysler. We're going to go ahead and start with that. I have two different meters here. I was using my cheap meter, which I love, and this meter, which is a little more complicated. I don't like the prongs. If you look at the prongs here, those are very short compared to these long prongs. I love these. But anyway, we're going to set our ohm on the lowest setting of 200 to check the primary. And you'll see on the meter, if I can get these probes on here, that it's giving nothing. Oh, it's on. It's held. Sorry. There we go. You'll see that we're getting an ohm reading there. That's for the primary on this coil. And then to check the secondary on these older coils, you're going to go to, this is where the ignition would come in hot when you turn the key on, and then this is where your coil plug goes. Oh, we've got to change the setting to 200K for the secondary. And you can see on the meter that we're getting an ohm reading. And the same thing happens with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and move this to the side because we don't need it. Okay, so we're done looking at this basic coil here. Now let's look at the coil for the Miata that we're looking at. Right here, you've got your firing order. You've got basically two packs here. So how you're supposed to check this? First of all, the primary. If we go back to the 200, the lowest settings for ohm, what you're supposed to do, and if I don't know how well we can see down in here, but the terminal, when you turn your ignition on, where the power comes in, it's this terminal for this pack and this terminal for this pack. And on the lowest setting for the secondary, you're supposed to put a terminal, you're supposed to be able to touch this terminal and touch these two, and it will ohm. And as you see, we're getting nothing, and that on either side. Okay, that would be equivalent on this old coil here of doing these two here, which once again, if we do it on the lowest setting, we're getting an ohm reading. You can see there you go. Okay, very good. Now, not getting anything. This is the old coil pack. Now if you put it on 200K to ohm the packs, you should what you're supposed to do is test each pack separately. They're two separate units. So that's what we're going to do. I've totally lost control of my cables here. Give me just a second. Okay, so we're going to go into these, and you're going to see at 200K, sometimes it was working earlier and then it wasn't working. So I tried to clean out the corrosion in these. I'm not getting anything. That's on the secondary. And over here, I'm not getting anything. Okay. All right. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. So this is the test that we did on this coil pack and determined that the problem is most likely the coil pack. That's why we've got a little miss when it's idling, and then as we accelerate, it's totally bogging down and losing power. So we're going to move this to the side, and we're going to bring in the new coil pack. That's what this one is we just got today. Now, I'm going to go ahead and look at the secondaries first because we're there, already set on 200K. And it really doesn't matter which probe is in which side. Come on now. There we go. Now you can see the reading on the ohm we're getting. It's going to settle down around 11, 10.9. That's a good test. That's for the secondary. And this is doing the same, 11, 10.9, 11. So those are ohming out really good. So now for the primary, we're going to go back to 200. And here's where I'm challenged. And if you know anything about this, please put some comments down below so that I can figure this out and have the knowledge. But everything that I've looked at and researched, this should ohm on the lowest setting of 200K, your primary, and this is where the ignition comes in. I've checked that and double checked it and triple checked it. And you'll see that I'm not getting, even if I hold it on here for a couple seconds, I'm not getting a reading from this. And any combination I do, now I'm going to check this other pack on this other side, and I'm not getting anything. Nothing. And even if I check these two terminals here, which shouldn't do anything anyway, I'm not getting anything. So where does that leave us right now? Either, you know, the videos that I watched, the coil was a little different and it doesn't work this way. I know for sure when I turn the ignition on in this 99 Miata, I have power going to this terminal and this terminal right here for these two separate packs. I know these are ohming good, so we're going to go ahead and get this thing in and see what we got. Okay, we're going to get this coil pack installed now. I need a 12 millimeter. Should have had my tools out and ready. So here's the new coil pack. And it does not necessarily go in easily amongst all this stuff here. But basically how it's supposed to work, it's going to be mounted like this. There's two 12 millimeter bolts that go into the back side there. There's supposed to be a pivot bolt and a bushing here on the old coil pack. The pivot bolt was missing, so we need to put the bushing back in. We'll mess with that later if we need to. And here are plugs right here that go into the coil pack. So I've got to get this down in here. Understand where my, get this coil pack down in here. Trying to remember how I took it out, kind of get it in the same way. It's been a couple days. Actually, that went rather well. Let's see, where's my holes? Right there. It's got to go down a lot further. Oh. That's not good. We're going to have to figure out where that goes. I just popped that off something. So I'm going to set it up there for now. And I've got my plugs that come up the middle. We'll get this knocked on real quick here. One there and one there. Okay, very good. That actually went pretty good. And then I've got the bolts that go into the back here. Okay, that one's in. Go ahead and get this other side in. I know you can't see what I'm doing, it's just so tight in here. But we're gonna get it rocking. Okay, 12 millimeter, here we go. That's going in fine. Some over here on the other side. I can't remember how I got in there for that. No, that wasn't it. So I obviously weaved up through here, like so. Here we go. I'll get it in with my hand as far as I can. Hey Gabriel, would you grab me a 12 millimeter wrench? Do I have a 12 millimeter wrench? Actually, I don't think we're going to need it. I got this in almost all the way. Thank you. Well, people make this look easy on videos, don't they, Gabriel? Hmm? People make this look easy on videos. Mm-hmm. Almost there. Okay, that one's tight. Let's get this one tightened down here. Okay, we got this on. Now we're gonna get the plugs hooked up. Plugs are on the back of the engine, and I had marked one of these to know which side it goes on. So we get them, make sure we get them back on the right side. Okay, and that one's on. This is tight, tight, tight back here. No doubt about it. Okay. That one clicked in, and that one's in. But did it click in? Okay, very good. Okay, so now let's look at firing order. Let me grab the old coil pack here. You'll notice on the back of the old coil pack, which would be installed this way, the firing order actually is going from this side. It'd be 4, 1, 2, 3. So when we start like this, we'll go 4, 1, 2, 3. And in the engine, spark plugs 1, 2, 3, 4. So looking at these numbers, number 4, which is right here, goes right here. There's number 4. That seems kind of long, but we're going to go with it. Okay, that's number 4. And I'm already forgetting.
1, 2, 3.
4, 1. So that was for the number 1. Because I want to wire. I want to set these plugs up correctly. And actually, I want to take that up under there. 4, 1. So we can get it wired in here good. Keep these wires isolated. Okay. So we have 4, 1, 2, 3. So number 2 is going to come up the middle here and go here. Okay. There's number 2, and then number 3, which is right here, is going to go on here. So it's pretty much that simple. Okay. Okay, there we go. 4, 1, 2, 3. Everything's on tight. And okay, I'm going to open the garage door and crack it, and I'm going to have
You're gonna find out where that vacuum tube is.
I'm going to have my son Gabriel quit talking and get in and start the vehicle, and we'll take care of that in a minute. Okay, we're going to crank this thing up and see what we got with this new coil pack. Go ahead and start it up, Gabriel. Okay, there we go. Now, and let me tell you something else that was going on here. We threw a code for what was that code? P4020. Yeah. But anyway, it said it was a catalytic converter. I disconnected the catalytic converter, and it didn't change how the engine was idling rough. I think what it was is the coil pack wasn't running properly, and that was getting some raw fuel into the O2 sensors and gave it a bad code. So right now it's sitting here idling, no problem. It idled down as it warms up, and we're not getting that. It would run and then have a little mist, like that, and that's not happening. So that's good. So we're going to go ahead and get the hood closed up here, and we'll go ahead and take this for a test drive. Okay, let's get this bad boy backed out. So I can get my garage space back. All right. I can already tell you it's running better. I can just hear the engine. All right, keep going. All right, crank it. We got too many cars sitting out here. Too many cars. All right, hang on a second. Let's stop for a second. I'm gonna get this other car out of the way. Okay, it is totally dark out. It's only 7 o'clock, but it's the middle of the winter. Hey, there's the Chrysler right there. We'll be talking about that bad boy here real quick like. Anyway, we're gonna get in here, and you got your seatbelt on?
Yeah.
Here, hold this for a minute.
Okay.
Let me get the seat. Don't, yeah.
Don't what?
Don't nothing. Okay, how you roll up the windows in this thing?
The center.
All right, I got it. All right, let's go. I want to kind of keep an eye on everything. Can you not already tell the difference?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not missing. We need to get it out there and feed it the onions. Y'all can see my face, what your face looks like when your 16-year-old is test driving and you're in the passenger seat. But he's a great driver, learned how to drive a standard. Already better, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
We need to get out there and feed it the onions. Okay, we got to slow down on this gravel road, boy. You'll wake up these old people on our road. There's our road right there. Yeah, dark, kind of a sleepy hollow looking thing, Okay. Gravel road, gotta love it. Can't ever keep your cars clean. left and go down the hill to the Y, and we'll do a U-turn there and come on back. Of course, stop for any oncoming traffic would be preferable. Alright. Don't peel out in the gravel, that's weak. Alright.
Huh?
Get on it, let's go. Not missing a beat, is it?
Nope.
Alright. And if we had spent $500 to $600, slow down this curve. We're going down the hill. If we spent $500 or $600, you know, doing the catalytic converter because we got that code, that would have been a sad day right there. I heard that knocking noise.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep. Unfortunately, I think it sure sounds like a rod to me. What? How many miles is on this now?
190.
190. Yep. We may be rebuilding the engine in the near future.
So turn around.
Yep.
Here.
There's Y. Yep. Turn around. Swing out to the right and just all the way to the right and just swing around in a big circle. You didn't go far enough. But that's okay. Yeah.
It's a Miata.
Small car. All right. Get on it going up this hill. Not missing a beat. Hey, we're golden. All right, slow down. Now we were only going what, 35?
60.
No. Well,
Yeah.
hey, you didn't understand how I asked that? I said we was only going about 35. You're supposed to say yes, Dad.
Oh.
We were only going 35. We're not speeding. All right, we're gonna get this thing back in the garage and wrap this up. Just be a little short video, but you know, these are the life and times of a shade tree mechanic. We don't like having car payments. We buy our cars and we learn how to work on them, and we have a lot of fun doing it. All right, back down the gravel road. That's Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, it's gonna be great when I get different coilovers.
Yeah, you can put a hotter coil pack in here,
A what?
but a hotter coil pack, performance coil pack.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, let's talk about the coil pack. We at the local parts stores, you know, your O'Reilly's, your AutoZones, your Napa, your Advanced Auto Parts, they were running what, 200 plus?
Well, at AutoZone, it was like 200 to 300.
Oh,
but that was
okay.
special
All right,
order.
right, special
But
order.
at O'Reilly's, they had it for. I checked on the website. They had it for 109.
Yeah, but what did we?
in store? It was
What did we get it for online and Amazon? Even cheaper than Rock Auto. Was it like $56?
56, but then with the
tax.
shipping and all that.
Yeah, that's right. We had to do expedited shipping, so we're
That
still
was like 80.
still around $80 to fix this, and it'll work for now. So let's get this bad boy back in the garage and go ahead and pull it back up in the garage, and we'll end this. There you go. I know somebody that's happy.
Yeah.
You've been without a car for 3 days. We've been waiting on this part to come in.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Forgot about what? Oh yeah, roll the window down. There you go. Thank you. Good job. It's gonna be tight getting out of here. Good.
I know how I feel whenever you park your drive.
I'm too old to be getting out of the Miata. I can tell you that right now. Okay. Now I'm not very good at holding this and viewing, but there you have it. It took us probably we spent 2 or 3 hours diagnosing and pulling off the cat and checking everything. It didn't run any different. Then learned how to ohm out that coil, and that definitely was a problem. So we're back on the road. We'll catch you later. Be blessed.